The economy is done. Renting the apartment equivalent of a shoebox costs your kidneys and the kidneys of your children. So how can you save the most amount of money? Exactly, by sharing your room with someone, or two people, or 100. So in today's video, we want to answer the question, what is the optimal harem size? And since I am known for my scientific methods and unbiasedness, I decided that only a tier list is worthy of the investigation. Let's start where most of you probably are, at 0. If you are watching this video, chances are high that you are between 24 and 34 and identify as male. In other words, this video was made for you. And as a fellow 24 to 34 male person myself, I know your struggles, but let me give you some of the benefits that are sometimes forgotten. You're independent, you're free, you don't have to share your Dragon Ball Super Saiyan God Super Saiyan Goku cake with anyone. I know I said it is cheaper to share a rent with someone, but a partner has high maintenance costs as well. You will have to buy her the Gojo figure that you see in every anime figure shop. You will have to support her love and deep space addiction and watch some dude called Javier breathe into her ear. And cosplays are not cheap either. At least if you don't use shorts you already own and buy a single jersey. So in a way, you can be your time being single as preparation for what is to come. Go to the gym so you can carry around your future princess or princesses with ease. But don't start flirting there, because the only 110 you want to be pushed is with your shoulders and not on the phone of the girl you were staring at. As a single, you are the foundation of society. You pay the highest taxes. You are the pillar of our economy. All that said, you still have no bitches. D tier. Let's move on to the interesting part, because we arrive at the charming number of 1. If you could not relate to having no partner, then you can most likely relate to having one. And if you can't relate to either one of those, please teach us your wisdom. Like, geez, leave some for the rest of us. Anyway, if you manage to get one person to like you on this planet, you are doing quite well comparatively. There are a lot of benefits of obtaining this 5-star rare item of a situation. Your parents stop asking you why you are single on Christmas dinner and will start asking you when you are getting them a grandchild instead, or a job for that matter. What they don't understand is that, unlike 30 years ago, you cannot afford having a stay-home parent and one who works at the register of the local Wendy's and still be able to buy half the property in Oklahoma, besides the fact that you don't want to be in Oklahoma. You will also have someone who will listen to you explain why you are still reading Rent a Girlfriend after 400 chapters. Oh yeah, babe, I'm reading it ironically and respectfully. As you can see, it's like a DLC for life, except it will cost you much more in the long run. Also, which weak-minded society told you to stop at 1? Are you really willing to stunt your personal growth for the sake of some book a dude wrote a bunch of years ago? They did not have Saikano back then, so their opinion is invalid anyway. So while it is better than having none, you are lacking the hustler mindset, which is why I can only give it a B tier. If you have paid attention in your math classes, you will know that 2 times 1 is 2. Double the love, double the efficiency, double the bills. Now we are slowly getting started. If you have the heart and the bladder to wait twice as long for the bathroom to be free, this constellation might be something for you. Walking around with 2 partners shows your peers how desirable you are, and impresses the 8 people that would be okay with it. You have not been given 2 hands to wrap one arm around your monogamous partner and let the other one carry a shopping bag. Instead, now both of your hands can carry one each. It also gives your social circle the illusion that you can somehow afford this lifestyle. What they don't know is that the lion, you, does not affiliate itself with the sheep, money. With 2 partners, you can also form a love triangle. Just like Maslow's hierarchy of needs is a triangle, which, by the way, also tells you that you need to subscribe to Nakime so you don't miss any further advice. So to conclude, I would place it in the same tier as 1, but I have this literal mathematical evidence to suggest that it deserves a tier above. Now with 3 people in your back pocket, we are getting to the point where your harem doesn't need you and can form a love triangle themselves. At this stage, your rent and maintenance costs are increasing so much that this constellation is a little hard to justify. Depending on the size distribution, you might fit 3 people on a standard double bed. However, now that you are 4, you can go ahead and play rock, paper, scissors over who is going to sleep on the couch that you don't own because your bills are going somewhere else. On the other hand, now you can finally play Uno without it getting kinda awkward. As you can see, you are not really completely committing to the act, while simultaneously having the guts to drag in a 3rd and 4th wheel. And I can confidently tell you that there is no room for this vehicle. C tier. 4 waifu harem, D tier. It's just an awkward number, man, I don't make the rules. Now, however, you are about to find what humanity has always looked for. I'm sure Christopher Columbus left his family behind so he could acquire a harem of 5 girls. And instead, he found America. What a miserable experience. That's like your crush confessing to you and then writing that she sent it to the wrong chat. Also, I found out recently that Christopher Columbus, being the first guy to find America, is basically just made up and fan fiction. But so is your crush confessing to you. Anyway, let's get back to the topic. A 5-person harem is the optimal setup, the perfect squad size for all your needs. There is a reason why this constellation is so popular. You have one girl for each of your senses, whatever that is supposed to mean. With 6 people overall, you can clearly divide them into teams of 2 or 3. You are still not enough to have 2 imposters in Among Us though. This setup becomes better when they are related to each other, and even better when they are not to you. All in all, you can probably see why this is a clear contender for chat tier. 100 girlfriends. If you don't have a partner specifically for every preference imaginable, are you even trying? Chat tier. So this is how our tier list looks like. Let me know if you disagree with something, and good luck out there, I guess.